y'all, so I figured I would take y'all along today as I get ready to hatch out eggs for this year. I hatch eggs out from January till March. I don't like hatching out past March because I think it gets too hot here and then the chicks really struggle. I don't know that I've ever really talked about the chicken side of our homestead. I give eggs away. People find that crazy, but I have a box out by our road. It says free eggs. There were so many people who wanted to pay me that I did end up putting a donation box on it. It's donation based only. Some people leave money, some don't, and that is completely fine by us. I have a couple ladies that I actually trade eggs for baked goods, and they are on a weekly delivery schedule. So like one lady, I know she's gonna get 4 dozen eggs a week. So I take her 4 dozen eggs, and this week she made me a pumpkin roll, which was like so good. So that's part of bartering and homesteading. We're not always trading money, and not everything on our homestead is to make money. I'm one of those people who do not really make money doing this. I know a lot of people who get into it and every piece of the homestead has to make them money. I'm more of every piece of this homestead needs to be sustainable and have a purpose here for us, not necessarily for me to reach out into the community with. So just a little perspective on it. I have 3 chicken coops. I only have 2 of them full of chickens right now. One of them is a barnyard mix of brown egg layers, and those are the eggs that I put out by the road and give away. And then I have another coop of Ameraucanas that have actually taken me 3 years to completely raise and get laying. And so this has been a long journey, and I'm going to put my first set of Ameraucana eggs into the incubator today, which is so exciting. I raised a set of Easter eggers. Like I said, this is like 2-3 years in the making. To the point that they were ready to lay. A neighbor's dog broke through our front fence, through an electric chicken coop fence, and killed every single one. And then last year I had, we think it was a bobcat. We have a bobcat on camera. So it was either bobcat, coyotes, fox, something. I don't have a camera exactly on that coop, but like I said, we have a game camera, and we've caught a bobcat on the game camera. Tore in, and they were almost ready to start laying and killed every single one again. We're assuming it killed every single one. They were just gone. None of my neighbors saw them. So I have a very strict schedule. My chickens are only let out for like 2 to 3 hours a day and then put back up. And that seems to be the trick because I have laying hens again. So I am going to start raising Ameraucanas this year. I've tried several other different breeds over the years. I had some silver laced Wyandottes that I raised for a couple of years, and I actually raised some of those last year, but I'm down to 1 hen and 1 rooster. I have a teeny tiny coop that holds a couple hens and a rooster, but I feel like that's too much rooster pressure for 1 hen, and so this year I'm not going to raise the silver lace Wyandottes. So I'm going to skip this year while I've ordered more silver lace Wyandotte hens. They should be here. I think the ship date was April. And then next year I'll raise silver lace Wyandottes again. Those sell for a pretty good amount of money here, and they're just really pretty. So another breed of chicken that I have raised and sold very well here were silver duckling phoenix. They're a bantam breed. They have the really long, like 4-foot long tail. Insanely aggressive. My daughter would be in the yard, and these roosters would be way out at our chicken coop. Our chicken coop's very far away from the house. They would pinpoint my daughter and just run and attack her every single time. So they were just, the roosters were insanely aggressive. The hens weren't. They were super flighty. Prey pressure, they were great. Like, I don't think I ever lost a single one, but they were aggressive. And so I got rid of them just because I don't want my kids to have to deal with that. So if you like bantam breeds and you have a small enclosed chicken coop that they can't free range around your yard, those are great. They just lay the bantam sized egg, and so not a lot of people want the eggs. And then, so those are the 3 breeds that I've always bred. So I have the coop that has the barnyard mix, and me and my husband have been discussing me liquidating the barnyard mix of hens and getting another purebred breed, and I can't decide which kind to go with. So if y'all have ideas on your favorite purebred breed of chicken, let me know. We kind of thought like black copper Marans or Sussex. He really likes the Sussex chicken. Hopefully I said that right. And then the salmon Favorel. I don't know. I'm country bumpkin and I can't pronounce some of those words, so don't laugh at me. Anyway, so those are two breeds that we have talked about getting into. I can't decide what to do. So, but yeah, I do plan on liquidating that barnyard coop eventually and putting another purebred in. So today I'm going to be hatching eggs and we're going to put the Ameraucanas in here. I have two of these Genesis incubators. These are my favorite. These have done great for me. They're super simple to use. You can hatch and incubate all in the same incubator. And so I'm going to set this up today. It has just a tray that you put the water in. So I put this in here backwards, not paying attention. So I'm going to put this tray in, and then I just filled the first little groove up with water just for hatching, because you don't need a high humidity for hatching, especially here in Florida. I actually have friends who dry hatch, so they don't even put humidity in at all. And then I'm going to put the egg turner in. And then put the lid on, and I'm going to bring it up to the right humidity and the right temperature before I put my eggs in. So these are the Ameraucana eggs that are going to be going into the incubator. It is almost warm enough for me to put them in. It needs to be at 99 degrees. So I like to let it get to 99 degrees and kind of sit for a little bit to make sure that the temperature is regulated before I put the eggs in. And I keep it at about the 60% humidity on the lower end, because like I said, I'm in Florida, it's humid. I do not mark anything on my eggs when I go to put them into the incubator, because I'm putting them all in at the exact same time, so there's no need to write a date on them. And I will be checking them in the next few days to see if they are developing. So as they develop, I'll put check marks, X marks, etc. on them as we check them. Okay, I think the temp is finally regulated, so I put this on there just so it would hopefully like regulate faster. And so now it's time to put our eggs in. I love this incubator because it has an automatic rotator in it, so it makes it very easy for me. It's pretty loud. You're just gonna wanna put your egg in tip down. And you want eggs that have been unwashed out of your chicken coop, because you do not want that natural bloom off. And I try and always choose pretty clean eggs, but if they have a little bit of poop on them, I don't really think that it matters, because if they were the hens and she was gonna sit on them, they would be dirty anyway, so. And I'm not filling up the entire incubator. I had 20 eggs and I didn't want them to sit past the incubation time. So I'm just going to put my lid back on, and then in 2 to 3 days we will come back and we will candle. I'm actually going to put this blanket on them until tonight, just while it's still regulating the temperature and the humidity on it. These are on my back porch and it's kind of cool out here anyway. So in about 18 days, these will start hatching. We'll quit turning them at 18 days, and then they've usually all hatched by 21 days. So I'll continue to go through this process with you. So just come back for more videos. I will have Ameraucana chicks available in 21 days. So if you need any of those, I also hang on to some of them and grow out pullets. So if you need pullets as well, I will have those as well. Pullets tend to sell for a little bit more money than chicks, and some people had rather purchase pullets and not have to deal with the messy stage of chicks, because you don't really get an egg from a chicken till they're 6 months old. So if you're thinking about buying chicks, that's just always something to keep in mind. Yeah, so I'll see y'all in a few days when we candle these eggs and see how many develop.